If you've spent many years in your home, it's likely filled with memories, some practical, some deeply sentimental, and others simply collecting dust in hidden corners, stuffed drawers, or crowded garages. And if you're anything like me, just thinking about going through it all can feel like standing at the base of a mountain. Where do you even start? What stays? What goes? And what if parting with something feels like losing a piece of who you are? Today, Seniors Wise Advice invites you to think differently about decluttering, not as a cold or clinical task, but as an act of care for your home, your peace of mind, and the life you're living right now. This isn't about throwing everything out. It's not about loss. It's about creating space for clarity, comfort, and the things that still bring you joy. In this video, I'll walk with you through 10 thoughtful and often overlooked ways to open up storage in your home. These aren't just organizing tricks, they're gentle steps toward a simpler, more peaceful way of living, especially if you're downsizing, preparing for retirement, or simply yearning for a lighter, freer environment. So make yourself a cozy cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, and let's go on this journey together. Slowly, kindly, and perhaps with a few smiles along the way. Let's begin with this. Imagine you're moving, but with kindness. Picture yourself transitioning to a small, serene space. Maybe it's a charming cottage near the water, or a bright apartment close to your grandchildren. Imagine the quiet, the light, and the fresh beginning. Now, walk through your current home with that image in your heart. As you pass each object, the broken coffee maker, the stack of baking pans, the scarves you haven't worn in years, gently ask yourself, would I take this with me to that peaceful new place? You're not actually moving, but this exercise helps you view your space with fresh eyes. After years in one place, we stop noticing what surrounds us. We stop questioning whether something still supports our lives or simply takes up room. Often, we hold on to things simply because they've always been there. But the truth is, keeping items that no longer fit your current lifestyle can quietly weigh you down. They don't just fill closets, they occupy mental space too. They can crowd out the things that truly matter in the present. At Seniors Wise Advice, we like to think of this as adopting a moving mindset. Not because you're planning to move, but because it helps you become more mindful of what you actually need. It gives you permission to release things, not out of guilt, but out of kindness to yourself and respect for your space. I remember speaking with Elaine, 68, who once felt completely buried by her kitchen clutter. Cabinets overflowing with cookware, trays, and gadgets she hadn't touched since her kids were small. Then she pictured what she'd bring with her to a simple little cottage by the sea. With that image in mind, her decisions became clearer. After just one afternoon of sorting, she had cleared out 2 entire shelves, making room for a cozy tea station she now enjoys every morning. The goal here isn't to strip your home of its heart, it's to shape it around the life you're living today. Not the life you lived decades ago or the one you once imagined but never needed. When you look at your belongings through this gentler, more present lens, decluttering becomes something deeper, an act of self-respect. It's a way to honor your past while making space for what's still to come. Tip 2. Look up. Unlock the power of vertical space. When someone tells me they've run out of room, the first thing I suggest is this. Look up. Literally. Most of us forget how much untapped potential there is in our walls, corners, and even behind doors. Vertical space is one of the most underused areas in a home, and it's a game changer. You don't need fancy renovations or expensive furniture. Sometimes a simple shelf above a doorway, a row of hooks by the back door, or a magnetic strip on your kitchen wall for spices or knives can do wonders. In the bathroom, try a shelf above the toilet for towels. In a hallway, a slim bookcase can hold beloved photo albums or cookbooks. With a few thoughtful additions, vertical storage helps you create more room without cluttering your floors, giving you both function and freedom. Courtney, a retired nurse living in a cozy New York apartment, once told me how she doubled her kitchen storage without buying a single new cabinet. She simply added a few floating shelves for her spices and installed hooks beneath her cabinets to hang her favorite mugs. By using the space she already had, just a little differently, she transformed her kitchen into something far more functional and serene. That's the beauty of vertical storage. It allows you to organize more without adding clutter to your floors. That means fewer tripping hazards, easier cleaning, and more breathing room. As we age, these little changes make a big difference in creating a safer, more open-feeling home. Here's a simple idea from Seniors' Wise Advice. Take a slow walk through your home and notice the open wall space. Is there a spot above your washer and dryer for a small shelf? Could you hang a pegboard in the garage to keep gardening tools neat and within reach? Even the backs of closet doors can become functional with hanging organizers for shoes, scarves, or gloves. This isn't just about being clever. It's about creating a home that works for you, one that feels easier to live in, with everything in its place. Less time spent searching means more time enjoying. Never underestimate what your walls can do. They don't just hold memories. They can hold peace, too. Tip 3. One in, one out. A gentle habit that lasts. There's a wonderfully simple habit that can help keep your home from becoming overwhelmed again after a good declutter. It's called the one in, one out rule. Here's how it works. Every time you bring something new into your home, maybe a blouse, a kitchen tool, or a new pair of shoes, you choose one item to let go of in return. It may sound almost too simple to matter, but don't be fooled. This little practice creates powerful balance. It gently trains your mind to pause before bringing something new into your space. It helps you ask, do I really need this? And if I do, what am I ready to release in exchange? Jake, a 61-year-old grandfather from Ohio, shared how this habit changed his relationship with his ever-growing sneaker collection. He loved shoes and used to buy a new pair nearly every month. But once he started following the one in, one out rule, he became more intentional. He still enjoys his sneakers, but now his collection stays manageable, and his closet never feels chaotic. This small act of balance can lead to lasting peace of mind. It's not about restriction. It's about making room for what truly belongs in your life, right now. But before long, Jake realized he was running out of closet space. That's when he made a simple but powerful decision. For every new pair of shoes he brought home, he would donate an old pair. Over time, not only did his closet stay organized, but he also became more thoughtful about his purchases. He began choosing quality over quantity, and each new item felt more meaningful. This gentle habit can work in every corner of your home. A new towel comes in. Let go of the one with frayed edges. Bought a new cookbook? Maybe pass along the one you haven't opened in 5 years. Over time, the one in, one out rule becomes second nature. It's like a quiet gatekeeper that helps prevent clutter before it even starts. And the beauty of it is, it's gentle. You're not making big, difficult decisions all at once. You're simply maintaining a rhythm, a balance. One in, one out. Like breathing in and breathing out. This isn't about restriction or deprivation. It's about living with intention, making sure that what fills your home also fills your life with purpose, comfort, or joy. Tip 4. Bless your entryway, creating a peaceful transition zone. Now, think for a moment about the first place you walk into when you come home. Maybe it's the front door, a small hallway, or the space where your shoes land, your coat gets tossed, and the day's mail stacks up. For many of us, this area becomes a clutter magnet. Piled shoes, scattered bags, umbrellas leaning in corners. But this small space has so much potential. When it's calm and orderly, it sets the tone for your entire home. When it's chaotic, it adds stress before you've even stepped inside. At Seniors' Wise Advice, we often remind folks, your entryway is more than just a passage. It's a transition, a chance to let go of the day and enter your home with a sense of peace. You don't need a big renovation. A simple bench with baskets or cubbies underneath can keep shoes tidy. Wall hooks can hold coats, hats, and bags. A tray or bowl by the door keeps your keys, sunglasses, or wallet in one place. Even the back of a closet door can be used with a hanging organizer for gloves, scarves, or pet leashes. Lena, a 70-year-old grandmother who often watches her grandchildren, told me she used to trip over scattered shoes in her hallway every day. Then she added a small bench with cubbies and a few wall hooks. That one change made her mornings smoother and her home safer. Your entryway doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to work for you. With a few thoughtful touches, it can become a space that welcomes you in, calms your mind, and sets the tone for the rest of your day. Now, not only is Lena's entryway neat and safe, but she smiled and told me, "It feels like my home is saying, 'Welcome back,' every time I walk through the door." That's the quiet power of a transition zone. It smooths your daily routine. You don't have to wonder where your purse went or search the house for your keys. It saves time, keeps clutter from creeping into other rooms, and helps everyone know exactly where things belong. It may be a small space, but it can have a big emotional impact. Because the way you enter your home matters. It sets the tone. It speaks peace into your day. Tip 5. Clear bins for a clear mind. There's a simple truth we often overlook. We can't use what we can't see. Clutter doesn't always look like piles and mess. Sometimes it's hidden away, forgotten in opaque bins, deep drawers, or sealed boxes that haven't been opened in years. That's why one of our favorite recommendations from Seniors Wise Advice is this: switch to clear storage bins. It might sound like a small change, but being able to see exactly what you own, at a glance, brings immediate clarity. No more rummaging through mystery boxes. No more guessing if you still have that holiday tablecloth or an extra can of soup tucked away somewhere. Clear bins are especially useful in spaces like the pantry, garage, linen closet, or under sinks. With everything visible, you save time, reduce frustration, and avoid accidentally buying duplicates. Na, a retired teacher from Arizona, shared that after organizing her pantry with clear bins, she discovered she had 3 half-used bags of rice and 4 open boxes of the same cereal. Once she could actually see what she had, she was able to consolidate, donate what she didn't need, and free up an entire shelf. To make this truly effective, take one extra step. Label each bin clearly. Whether it's winter sweaters, holiday decorations, extra cords, or grandkids' toys, labels help you, and others, find what you need without the guesswork. Smaller, clear containers are also great inside drawers for separating things like batteries, office tools, sewing kits, or first aid supplies. One of the best parts? Clear bins stack beautifully. This helps you maximize vertical space in closets or utility areas without forgetting what's tucked at the bottom. Remember, this isn't just about organization. It's about peace of mind. Knowing what you have, where it is, and that everything has a place, that brings a quiet kind of ease into your everyday life. When your belongings are stored clearly and simply, your home begins to feel lighter, and so do you. Tip 6. Repurpose. What you already have. Sometimes the solution isn't buying more containers or shelving. Sometimes the answer is right in front of you, hidden in the familiar. At Seniors Wise Advice, we often say, don't buy, rethink. Repurposing what you already own is not only practical, it's also creative and meaningful. It gives new life to forgotten items and saves money in the process. Take a fresh look around your home. What's no longer serving its original purpose? That wine rack collecting dust in the corner? Try rolling towels into it for the guest bathroom. A magazine holder turned on its side can neatly organize foil, parchment paper, and plastic wrap in the kitchen. An old wooden ladder leaning against a wall can become a vertical shelf for blankets or books. Over-the-door shoe organizers aren't just for shoes. Use them in the pantry for snacks, in your laundry area for cleaning supplies, or in the garage for tools and gloves. Tom, a 73-year-old retired woodworker from Oregon, shared one of our favorite stories. He had an old picture frame, no glass, just the frame, sitting in his shed. With a bit of mesh stretched across the back, he turned it into a jewelry holder for his wife's earrings and brooches. It now hangs in her dressing room, doubling as both storage and wall art. As Tom put it, she gets to enjoy her favorite pieces every day, not just when she opens a drawer. There's something deeply fulfilling about finding a new use for an old item. It reminds us that usefulness, like joy, often returns in new forms in different seasons of life. Before you head to the store or scroll online for new organizing tools, take a slow walk through your home. Look with fresh eyes. What can be transformed? What can be brought back to life? The answers might already be waiting for you. Tip 7. Make decluttering a gentle routine. One of the biggest challenges we hear at Seniors Wise Advice is this: I waited too long, and now it feels like too much. That's completely understandable. Clutter builds slowly, and before we realize it, we're surrounded by things that feel too overwhelming to sort. But here's the good news. Decluttering doesn't have to happen all at once. In fact, it's often more successful when done in small, steady steps. Try this. Set aside just 10 minutes a day. That's it. 10 quiet minutes after your morning tea, or before bed. Use that time to return a few things to their place. Sort one drawer. Recycle some old mail. Wipe down a shelf. These small acts may seem insignificant, but they add up. Slowly, your home begins to shift. Slowly, your energy and clarity return. When decluttering becomes a part of your rhythm, like brushing your teeth or watering the plants, it becomes less of a chore and more of a kindness you offer yourself each day. And here's the secret. It doesn't have to be perfect. Progress, not perfection. What matters is consistency and a mindset of care. Pick one drawer, one shelf, one basket. You don't have to finish it all. You just have to start. Even the smallest action builds momentum. Once a week, gently expand your focus. Choose a slightly bigger space like a bathroom cabinet, the refrigerator, or one corner of the garage. Spend 15 to 30 minutes. You can even set a soft timer to help keep it light and stress-free. And then, once a month, take on something deeper. Maybe it's the guest room closet, the attic, or that one kitchen drawer that somehow collects everything from rubber bands to expired coupons. You know the one. Emma, a 66-year-old grandmother from Minnesota, told Seniors Wise Advice that she used to dread cleaning days. Now, she simply sets a Sunday afternoon reminder on her phone and does a 15-minute declutter sprint. It's changed everything, she said. Not just my home, my mind feels lighter too. This approach isn't about finishing. It's about continuing. It becomes a rhythm, like watering your plants, folding laundry, or making your morning tea. It gently keeps clutter from creeping back in, and best of all, it never feels like too much. Decluttering doesn't mean everything must be perfect. It means making space for what matters. It means choosing to live with intention, comfort, and calm. A little each day goes a long way. Tip 8. Store what you use most within reach. Have you ever found yourself climbing onto a step stool just to reach the same saucepan you use every day? Or bending and rummaging through the back of a cabinet to get your favorite coffee mug? If so, it might be time to rethink how things are stored in your home. Not by size or by category, but by frequency of use. This small shift can make a big difference. It reduces strain, increases safety, and makes your day flow more smoothly. At Seniors Wise Advice, we always encourage folks to let ease lead the way. Start by identifying your everyday items, the things you use often, your go-to coffee cup, medications, the pair of scissors you always reach for, or that favorite frying pan. These items deserve the best real estate in your home. Eye-level shelves, easy-access drawers, or front-and-center spots in your cabinets. Next, take stock of what you use occasionally: holiday platters, extra linens, Winter gloves. These can be stored a little higher or further back, where they're still accessible but not in the way of your daily rhythm. This isn't about having a perfectly organized home. It's about creating a home that serves you, your habits, your needs, your comfort. You'll spend less time searching, less time reaching or bending, and more time enjoying the things you love. Because when everything is within reach, so is peace of mind. These rarely used items, holiday decorations, backup supplies, or old keepsakes, can be stored up high, under beds, or tucked away in out-of-the-way closets. The goal is to design your home so that what you need most is always within easy reach. Carlos, a 64-year-old widower from California, shared with Seniors Wise Advice how this simple shift changed his kitchen. "I moved my everyday dishes to the lowest shelf and put the slow cooker I use once a year way up high," he said. "Suddenly, my kitchen started working for me, not against me." And that's the beauty of this approach. It makes your home safer. When you don't have to bend, stretch, or climb as often, you feel steadier, more confident. Every room becomes easier to navigate. Every cabinet becomes more welcoming. Most importantly, storing things by how often you use them is a quiet reminder that your comfort matters, that your convenience matters. Your home should support the life you live now, not the one you used to live or the one you think you should have. Just the beautiful, simple life you live today. Tip 9. Digitize to free your space and protect your memories. Paper clutter is one of the sneakiest kinds of clutter. It starts out small: an old receipt, a birthday card, a flyer you meant to read, and before long, it's everywhere. Stacked on counters, buried in drawers, overflowing from folders, and yet it's some of the hardest clutter to let go of. Why? Because paper holds memories. Or we're afraid we might need it someday. But there's good news. You don't have to choose between keeping your memories and clearing your space. Digitizing gives you both. Using just your smartphone, you can start scanning and saving your most important documents. Apps like Google Drive, Adobe Scan, or Cam Scanner make it simple. You just take a photo. Then save each file into clearly labeled folders like medical records, home insurance, or wills and legal. And by backing it all up to the cloud, Google Drive, Dropbox, or iCloud, you protect your records from being lost in a flood, fire, or accident. John, a small business owner in his 70s, told Seniors Wise Advice that his home office was once swallowed by filing cabinets. "I had 2 huge ones," he said. "Once I scanned all my invoices and important papers, I got rid of both. I feel like I gained half a room back." Even sentimental items, old letters, children's drawings, wedding invitations, can be preserved digitally. Take high-quality photos, then create a memory book or slideshow. That way, the memory stays, just not the clutter. And here's something special. Digitizing isn't just about decluttering. It's a powerful way to safeguard your legacy. It helps you pass stories, photos, and important information on to your loved ones, beautifully organized and easily shared. So instead of drowning in paper, let technology hold it for you, lightly, safely, and with care. 10. Declutter with a friend or join a challenge. Let's be honest, decluttering can feel heavy. Not just physically, but emotionally too. The memories, the decisions, the what-ifs. It's a lot to carry by yourself. That's why doing it with someone else can make all the difference. Invite a friend or family member to join you. Maybe your daughter, your sister, or an old friend from church. Not just to lift boxes, but to share stories, laugh at old photos, and gently talk through the moments that are hard to let go of. Sometimes all it takes is someone saying, "You don't need to keep that," or "I remember this dress," or "Let's donate that together." Their presence can turn a difficult task into a meaningful connection. Lisa, a 72-year-old retiree from North Carolina, told Seniors Wise Advice that she joined a decluttering challenge with her niece. They texted each other every day, sharing photos of what they let go of. By the end of the month, Lisa had cleared out 3 closets and 2 storage bins. But more importantly, she said, "I felt like I had taken my life back, one drawer at a time." And if no one's available in person, you're not alone. There are wonderful online communities, challenges, and support groups that turn decluttering into a shared journey. Here are a few popular options. The 30-Day Minimalism Game. On day 1, let go of 1 item. On day 2, 2 items. By day 30, you'll have released nearly 500 items. It sounds intense, but many people find it energizing and even fun. The 12-12-12 Challenge. Find 12 items to throw away, 12 to donate, and 12 to return to their proper place. It's quick, simple, and makes a real impact. 1 room a day. Focus on just 1 room at a time. Monday is the kitchen. Tuesday is the bathroom. You don't move on until one space feels done. This helps you stay focused and feel accomplished. Whether you're laughing with a friend or swapping progress photos with someone across the country, decluttering can be joyful. It's not just about what you're letting go of. It's about what you're making space for: ease, connection, and the kind of home that supports you now. Decluttering doesn't have to be a lonely chore. It can be a shared ritual, a little celebration, a way to reconnect with your space, your purpose, and maybe even someone you love. Because at the end of the day, what matters most is not what you store, but who you share your life with. You've done something beautiful today. You took the time to reflect on your space, your home, and the life you are living right now. Not the one you used to live, not the one you've been holding on to, but the one that is unfolding, moment by moment, right here and right now. Decluttering isn't really about cleaning. It's about clarity. It's not about getting rid of things. It's about making room. Room to breathe, to rest, to move freely, and to enjoy the things that truly bring you peace and purpose. As we grow older, our relationship with home evolves. The house may grow quieter. The rooms might feel a little too full, or sometimes a little too empty. But no matter where you are in life, you deserve to live in a space that reflects who you are today, not just where you've been. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of strength. It's choosing to honor your memories while giving yourself permission to grow, to change, and to keep moving forward. If this video brought you comfort, or maybe just a little nudge to get started, I'd be so grateful if you gave it a thumbs up or shared it with a friend who might need the same encouragement. And if you're new here, welcome. This space, this channel, was created just for you. For women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond who want to simplify, reflect, and live fully right where they are. So, please take a moment to subscribe and come back next week. We are on this journey together, and I'll be right here waiting with more gentle ideas to help you make your home feel like your sanctuary. Until next time, take care of yourself. You're not just making space in your home. You're making space in your life.